Hello and welcome back to another episode of the More to Life podcast. Actually, we are on episode 6 already. That's the thing with the daily episodes is we're kind of flying through them already. But I am so grateful that you're here today, which is quite on brand with what we're going to talk about. Today we'll be talking about different gratitude methods and how to make them work for you. You know, if you're not including gratitude in your daily practice in some way, is it because you haven't found the right method for you? Because I know I struggled with that for quite a while. I was like, oh, I know I'm meant to do this thing that everybody says you're meant to do, but it just doesn't. Just like for me, it just wasn't hitting different the way people would say it was gonna hit different. But then I tried out a load of different methods and I was like, oh, actually, this is kind of cool. I like this. So I'm going to share those methods with you today. And let's just fit gratitude into our lives in a genuinely enjoyable way. But first, we have the win of the week. And this week's win is that I finally started getting up early again. I am the kind of person that functions so much better in the mornings. And I find that when I do get up like really early, which to some people is ridiculously early, I do actually get so much more done. I'm less distracted. When I get more done in the early part of the day, then I end up getting more done for the whole day. And then I just feel this like insane sense of achievement. And I generally just feel so much better when I actually get up early. But for the last while, not sure how long, but quite a while probably, it has been a little bit more of a struggle. I've been a bit slack with going to bed early enough so that I can wake up as early as I want to, and that has kind of put a dampener on my really early mornings. Obviously, we go through phases, and that is fine. Things ebb and things flow, but I finally feel like I've gotten back into my zone of like getting to bed nice and early, having a nice little wind down routine at night, and then waking up mad early and just being fucking ready to go. So, long story short, I've grabbed all of my shit and I've put it back together. And I'm now consistently waking up around 5 a.m. And I really do want to push it to 4 a.m. That would honestly suit me better, particularly because it would still be dark and I could like start my day. That just suits me. But that probably won't be a realistic option until I'm living alone, and I'm currently not. So let's wait a little bit. All right, so I'm going to go through 4 different ways that you can use gratitude because every single person is different and things are going to work differently for different people. And also, I'm going to give you these methods so that you have them in your toolbox. Let's say one works for the next month, and then all of a sudden you're like, ugh, this doesn't do anything for me anymore. Then you can try out the other ones, and at least you'll have them to go back to. You might want to come back to this episode and listen again and refresh. And ultimately, I want to preface this with the fact that when I'm talking about these gratitude methods, I mean, you can use them verbally, you can write your gratitudes down, you can say them into the voice recordings on your phone and listen back to them when you do your gratitude practice, and like whatever way works for you. That's not what I'm talking about though, because each of those things can apply to each of the methods that I'm going to share with you. But why is gratitude so important? Like I said, we hear this kind of everywhere, especially in the personal development, be your best self, live your best life space. We hear a lot of, oh, be grateful for what you have now. And it can sometimes be easier said than done. But the number one reason is the fact that it makes you feel good feelings. You feel good now when you practice gratitude and fully give yourself to the gratitude practice. And when I say good feelings, I mean, you can feel happy, excited, liberated, just giddy even. And who doesn't want to feel all these things? And another massive reason is manifestation based. If you express and feel complete and utter gratitude for what you have currently, you will attract more things into your existence to feel complete and utter gratitude and joy for. So it's a win-win. You get to feel good now simply for doing the practice, and you get to attract all these amazing things that you want to attract into your life. So happy fucking days, great opportunities, great experiences, great people, and the list goes on. So let's get into method number 1. I feel like it would be kind of criminal to just get straight into random methods when we don't just talk about basic gratitude. So this probably won't take a whole lot of explanation as such, but your basic gratitude is some form of simply expressing gratitude for the things you already have. Like if this is a daily practice, you could pick 3, 4, 5 things and say, I am so incredibly grateful for blank. For each one, though, just make sure you really feel the emotion attached to how lucky you are to have this thing or this person or whatever. Put some serious energy into that and it will be so much more powerful. When I say that, I mean, don't just say, I'm so grateful for this. I'm so grateful for that. Like, because I mean, it's not all that powerful. You want to be like, oh, I am so incredibly grateful for this thing. I'm so grateful to the bone for this person. You know, insert exclamation here. You want whatever way you go about this gratitude to put a huge smile on your face or even to make you laugh. Okay, the next gratitude method is the gratitude frenzy. This one is a lot of fun. It's a personal favorite of mine. And basically, the idea is you set a timer for something like 2 minutes, let's say, something short. And for that 2 minutes, you rattle off as many things as physically, humanly possible that you're grateful for. So you'd go like, cupcakes, puppies, money, my planners, my journals, my dog, this teddy coat that I'm wearing right now, my laptop, the internet, my community, blah 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 blah. Like keep going and name as many things as possible. If you choose this as your daily practice, you could even make a bit of a game out of it. Like either count them as you go and like try to beat how many things you say the next day, or you could add an extra 10 seconds to it every single day or whatever, and like just constantly get better and constantly find more things in your life that you are so happy are there. And this is more than likely not one that you're going to use as a physical journal prompt because you're not going to be able to write down that fast. I mean, you could be a really fast writer, in which case feel free, but it could kind of hurt. It could hurt your hand. Have you ever gotten into that place where you're journaling so hard that your hand is like cramping, but you've got so many thoughts and you need to get them down on the page, and it's just like, it's a whole thing. Please let me know if you've experienced that as well. But the fact of the matter is, with the gratitude frenzy, it just takes too long to write things down, and you want to be able to rattle off as many things as possible without having to stress yourself out with the act of writing it down. But when you do rapid fire gratitude, it just feels so fucking good. Because even the act of finding so many things that you're grateful for in your life just makes you realize, oh my god, I have so many things I can be grateful for in my life. This is amazing. Okay, so our next method is the gratitude and why method. Now, this is basically a gratitude method where you express what you're grateful for, but you also acknowledge why you're grateful for it. This is a brilliant option as a journal prompt, and let me tell you, it is fucking powerful. Sometimes simply saying the words, I am so grateful for my family, my friends, whatever, just doesn't resonate with you deeply enough, and you kind of need that extra oomph, right? This will give you the oomph. So instead of just saying, I'm so grateful for my family, you would say, I'm so grateful for my family because. And that's when you start to uncover everything that is so incredible about all these people and things and experiences in your life. You could say, I'm so grateful for my family because for as long as I can remember, they have supported me with every venture I've taken. And I love that they always listen to me when I need to get something off my chest. I'm so grateful for them for financially supporting me when I was growing up and blah, 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 blah. You'll find so many things that we don't generally think about in the day to day. And that's where the power comes from. And just end it off with a big thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so grateful. Thank you. So you see, it can be a lot more powerful and transformational than the basic level of gratitude and expressing gratitude for things. And don't get me wrong, sometimes the basic level is all you need and it works perfectly fine, but it just yeah, it just can give you that oomph. Hey girl, I'm just popping in here to let you know about the More to Life Patreon, which is also just launched in conjunction with this podcast. If your relationship with your dreams right now is full of sexual tension, but not a whole lot of explosions, shall we say, this is just the thing you're looking for. There are workshops, motivational audios, worksheets, and loads more goodies for you. Also, if you need a kick up the butt from time to time. One of the motivational audios we've got, for example, is specific to your morning and getting your sweet ass out of bed, and they will definitely get you going. There are different tiers as well, so you get to choose what level of guidance you'd like. For more details, check out the link in the show notes or go to www.patreon.com/more to life. Can't wait to see you there, queen. Alright, the last gratitude method I'll be speaking about today is past, present, future gratitudes. Now, this is part gratitude technique, part manifestation technique, and that's probably why I love it so much. This is my absolute favorite manifestation method I have ever tried, but it's also a gratitude method. And I think that's why I love it so much, because it's just so like it just taps on everything good in the world. It's great. So for this method, it probably is best that you grab a pen and paper or a journal or something, and you're going to write down a list of 5 past things that have happened in your life that you're grateful for. So these are all in the past. Then you're going to write down 5 things that you have in your life currently that you're grateful for, and then you're going to write down 5 future gratitudes. So things that you're grateful for that are in your future or that you desire to be in your future. But the kicker is they're all going to be phrased in the present tense. And I'll explain this in a sec. But the past, for example, would say, I'm so grateful for my group of friends in school. Like you might be finished school, but you would still say it that way. The present might be, thank you so much, universe, for the food in my fridge. And the future might be, I'm so incredibly thankful for my penthouse apartment overlooking the city. You might include specific cities, whatever, be as specific or as vague as you want. It's really just about what resonates with you and makes you feel all the good feelings. So here's where things get a lot of fun. Once you've written down 5 gratitudes for the past, the present, and the future, you're gonna write them down in a totally jumbled up list. Or again, might not necessarily be written down, could be spoken out loud, could be recorded in a voice note, whatever suits. But the most important thing is that they're fully jumbled up. By doing this and feeling the intense gratitude for each and every item, the lines become really blurred on what is actually already here, what has already happened, and what hasn't happened yet. Like your brain just kind of doesn't get it anymore, which is exactly what you want, because it can't tell the difference between what is and isn't in your current reality. And that is a fast fucking way to manifesting your desires, because you get this benefit of feeling these intense positive emotions for the things you're grateful for, and you also are no longer on the frequency of not having your desires because you feel like it's already in your current reality. And that allows you to let go, and that allows it to fucking show up in your physical world. And you know what? I think I might just go and do this exercise after I've finished recording this, because it is that powerful and I actually haven't done it in a while. Okay, the quote for this episode is, a grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. Oh my god. Very on brand with the topic today, but holy mother of God, that is beautiful. I challenge you today to call in your desires for your life by filling your heart with total gratitude and total appreciation through one of these methods that I've spoken about today. And fuck, I am so excited for you. I really want to hear how you get on. So slide into my DMs, let me know. It's at More to Life Kate on Instagram. Oh, I can't even wait to finish filming this so I can do that last one. Maybe you even want to try them all out. If you do, let me know which one was your favorite. And let's get to the Q&A. So this question came in through my TikTok from Patricia. Hey Patricia! By the way, my TikTok is also at More to Life Kate, the exact same as the Instagram. So Patricia asked, how do you know what your goals are? I just stop and get confused and wonder, What are my goals? Beautiful. Okay, so if you don't know what your goals are or your dream reality is or whatever, this can be a really fucking fun place to be in. I'm actually kind of jealous because the fact of the matter is you get to decide like what do you want to show up in your life? Do you want to be on Netflix someday? Do you want to be on the cover of a magazine? Like, what is like the dream? Because whatever it is, if you can think it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. So we just need to take like steps towards whatever it is. It might seem far away right now, but it's okay. We can get there, baby steps, and a lot of them. So if you want like a more strategic way, I guess, to figure out what your goals are, this is my advice. I'd say to look at the main categories of your life, whether it's health, career, love, social life, fulfillment. It could be something more specific to you, like writing a novel or, starting a YouTube channel, whatever. And from here, you can ask yourself, where do I want to be in this category this time next year? So if it's health, maybe you want to be able to squat your body weight or double your body weight this time next year. If it's wealth or career, maybe you want to earn 5K per month this time next year. I mean, I could list things like this all day, but you get the gist. Make sure that whatever the goal is, it's fucking exciting to you. Like, it should give you butterflies. Because otherwise, you're just not gonna really strive to get there. And also, it needs to be so crystal clear what the goal is. And when I say that, I mean it needs to be fucking obvious when you've hit it. Like, if your goal is to have a successful podcast, what does that even mean? It should be something specific, like hit 50,000 downloads on my podcast. So most of the time this does include using numbers, and when you do use numbers, you can so easily track it, which is another aspect of motivation, like seeing things tracking along and the fact that you're getting closer to it. But it's not always the case that it's a number based goal. I would say, if in doubt, do your best to bring some kind of number in there and decide on that goal and just fucking go for it. Lastly, good luck, bitch. Okay, in conclusion for this episode, if you want to start implementing gratitude into your daily practice, of course you can use the basic gratitude approach. But if you really want to ramp up your gratitude practice or, give it a little kick up the butt, go ahead and use the gratitude frenzy technique, mentioning as many things as possible in a really short time span, or the gratitude and why approach, mentioning why you're so grateful for this thing or person or whatever. Or you could also use the past, present, future gratitude approach. And this would be a really good option if you want to use it in conjunction with some kind of manifestation technique as well. Remember, a grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. Like, let that sink in. That's so good. So thank you so much for listening, you incredible, powerful woman. And don't forget to tune in tomorrow because we've got another episode going up. And tomorrow's episode will be a little bit different. It'll be a bit of a pep talk. So quite like what I mentioned about the Patreon, the motivational audios we have over there, tomorrow's episode will be a very similar type of idea. And it's gonna give you a it's gonna give you some to go after your dreams and go after your goals, or even if you just need a bit of a kick, because sometimes it's really easy to be motivated at the start of your dream life journey, but like fucking hell, sometimes it takes a while and you need a bit of a bish bash bosh. So definitely check that out. Side note, tomorrow's episode will be an audio only version, so if you are a viewer of the podcast as opposed to a listener and you actually watch it on the YouTube channel, then make sure you're subscribed on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever your chosen podcast platform is, because you definitely don't want to miss tomorrow's episode. Okay, again, thank you so much for listening and or watching, and see you tomorrow, baby girl. Mwah!